All right, now I'm going to get into some single note picking kind of things. Here is an exercise that is extremely good for up and down picking. It's very simple and it looks dumb, but it's hard to do. And it's almost a chromatic scale, but not quite. Doesn't look like much, does it? It's up and down, up and down. Actually, it starts with a downstroke. I lied. So you start with a downstroke. You get to A flat, that's a downstroke. When you get to A, it's an upstroke. That's a whole pattern for up and down picking, and like I said, it's a almost a chromatic scale, but not quite, just for the sake of it being an exercise. If it was to be chromatic when we got to the G string, we would have to jump to the B string because we'd get the B flat and then we'd have to go to B, but we want to keep all of our fingers playing in groups of fours. Good for the little finger, good for all of your appendages in the up and down strokes. So the E string, the big E, we will start with a downstroke, and it ends with a downstroke. Now, because it ended with a downstroke, we go to the A string and starts with an upstroke, because everything has to be up and down consistently. So the A string portion of that ended on an upstroke, therefore the D is going to be a downstroke. Same as the E, and so on and so on. So chromatically, it just goes. Now, when you get to the A flat on the high E string, that was a downstroke, so you're going to have to come back down with it, and it'll be like this. You don't want to play two A flats, just one. So that's a good warm-up exercise for both hands. And if you really wanted to play that lick and play it fast, I wouldn't advise trying to do it that way. At least I can't, not real fast. That's about as fast as I can do that comfortably, but there is a way to cheat. And that is to do the E string just the way I showed you, and then when you go to the A string, jump right across with a downstroke, so they all start with downstrokes. Once again, slowly. You do it quick, it sounds like shit. Can't do it. Oh, pardon me. Painful, painful. Very difficult to do. Not my favorite thing to do. That's why I use it as an exercise and don't use it on the gig much. Okay, a little thing else about single note picking. I use my third finger, or second finger, pardon me, and pick, alternating pickings like... Let's make this an exercise also. So I'm going to go up and down on the big E string with the pick. When I get to the A string, I'm going to do an up, like a middle finger picking up. Then it's a downstroke and an upstroke with the pick. start the 4th string the same way you started on the 6th. It's a repetitious pattern every 2 strings. And I stress that these things are very hard to play slow. It's a lot easier to do them at a decent tempo. So when you're sitting home practicing this, don't get discouraged because it's hard, because it does take a while to get used to this stuff. There's a thing called circle picking, which is used like jazz players use this sort of thing. Toward the end of there, I finally got onto it. You'll notice that the thumb starts to rock back and forth, and the pick actually forms little circles on the string. That's a good example right there. Works better in triplets, too. So you can do that little exercise very slowly. It's F sharp, G, and A. And you just keep moving that down. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th or 5th fret rather on every string all the way down. Whatever, a little crap there at the end, but no extra charge. There's another thing I was going to get into earlier and I forgot to do it. Was a little thing about Les Paul, who was my hero when I was a kid. And one of the most amazing things that he did, everything he did was incredible, but this one particular thing always knocked me out. It's a clarinet lick. If you just play it like on the 1st string, it's good like at tempos, like 2-beat stuff. That's like doing it on 1 string, and it's the same thing as a cymbal ride. It goes da, 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 and the pick goes. The left hand move is, that's all the left hand is. So you can put 2 strings on that and do it in harmony. Now it gets to hurt when you start doing it in D. Then you got to do it this way. And if you don't use your little finger, you're in a world of trouble because you can't do this kind of stuff at all. So that's one little method of doing that. There's an inside way of doing that very same thing. And it goes like, done at speed, it's that thing very slowly is. And so on for that kind of thing. Right now I'm going to do a little something with